Hello everyone, and welcome to Issues Teen Face, episode number 6. I am Colin Riley, your host, and I am joined with
Middleton
and Paul Clark.
And today, due to recent events, my interview on Bridge Street, I am going to be having a little discussion with these guys, talking a little bit about where the program's at, bullying prevention program, and even, maybe some questions about the interview that I did on Bridge Street.
So I'd like to know, so your program's been on for a year now, and I'd like to know, where is it now? Where you guys are headed?
I'm doing many more interviews. I've found that since I've started, a lot of big people have followed me. Like the host of the Oprah Winfrey Show followed me this weekend. There's more other people that are just bigger people that have 2.8 million followers that have been following me lately. And I'm doing more TV interviews. I have my first radio interview coming up in January. So I see it heading in a direction that I want it to go, where I'm able to get my word out there, let people know about it. I'm actually setting up more presentations as well. My presentations go into, my life story, how I stayed true to me, how other people can stay true to them, how I'm achieving my dreams, my goals, things that I never thought possible would happen in my life. And just going from that and presenting more and getting more of the word out and letting people know about it.
So you're more local right now, you're more in the area.
Yeah.
Do you plan on getting statewide or even nationwide?
Yeah, I hope so. That's a goal. Definitely want to. I've done actually one presentation in Pennsylvania, and I think that's kind of headed somewhere. And a lot of people in Pennsylvania have been in contact with me and talked to me, and I'm like, it's kind of hard because, school and stuff like that. So it's not as easy as it seems.
So, like Paul said, you've been up and running for a year. You've had a lot of success so far. From your point of view, what is the single most rewarding part of your program so far?
I think walking away from each presentation, having students take something positive away, having them connect and know that not only them are going through it, and knowing that even if you push through it and you get to a point where you're steady and on your feet, you can make something happen out of it. Mm-hmm. I know that I was bullied since 5th grade, and it stopped a lot this year, and I'm actually kind of excited that it stopped because it makes me feel better. But being bullied all those years and being able to overcome it and move past it is probably one of the most rewarding things, and helping other people move past it and showing them that life isn't as bad as they think it is just because someone is picking on you during school or pushing you down or degrading you. You can pick yourself back up and move past it.
Mm-hmm. And do you hear a lot of feedback from kids? I know maybe once the presentation is over, they may come back and talk to you before you leave, but do you ever get emails or texts or phone calls of their feedback from the shows?
Oh, definitely. I know the one right after I left in Pennsylvania, I got a whole bunch of feedback right after it, and there was people that came to me, and this is from a youth group.
Yep.
They were like, your presentation was great, but this is what's happening to me. How can you help? And I was like, this is what I can do for you, and we can just talk, and let me know what's up. And if you ever need me, I'm always here. My phone's always in my pocket. It never leaves my side. So any time that anyone needs to talk or needs someone just to vent to, I'm always available, and there's never a time that I'm not available.
And are kids utilizing that?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
A lot of people. I know that there's a social media site out there. It's called Meet Me. And there's a lot of people that are degraded on that site. People post pictures of themselves, and maybe it's not the best picture ever, because it shows off some stuff, but it doesn't mean that you have to post and be like, oh, you're this and that and the other thing. So I'll step in and be like, that's not cool. They're not that. You don't even know them. Maybe you do, but why are you doing that? That can really hurt someone's feelings.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's great. I see a lot of bright things from your program in the near future. I'm excited to listen out for you and see what you're going to do. Hopefully take this to like Paul said, a statewide or even nationwide program. Really get the word out there.
Yeah, this is a huge problem, I think. So it takes one kid to step it up, and I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Hi, Colin Riley, your host, back here at Issues Teens Face, and I am now joined with
Alisha, Distin.
And Zach Crunch.
and we're gonna have a discussion too as well, just about the program in general and stuff in general. Who wants to go first? Do you want to go first?
What's the stress like on you? Like, what do you go through?
It's very stressful. Juggling school, the program, and scouts, and extracurricular activities, chores at home, things at home that I have to go through as well, family stuff. It's very stressful. It can get very stressful, and lately it's been quite stressful. So I've kind of taken a step back, and when I take a step back, I realize that things aren't as bad as they seem when you're really stressed out. So sleeping gets hard and things like that. But it can be very stressful at times, and I think I just overcome that stress by taking a step back, saying, set this aside, focus on this and this, and then you can juggle it all back in to one big, huge, montage of stuff and craziness that you create for yourself. But it's been a whirlwind of a year, and it's been incredibly fun, and I like being crazy, and if I'm not crazy, then I don't feel healthy. I feel very sick when I'm not, running around in circles and becoming a crazy man.
So you have to be constantly busy.
Yeah. If I'm sitting doing nothing, I feel really bored, and when I get bored, I usually start to feel sick, and when I start to feel sick, it just doesn't work out very well. Does that usually happen for you? Anybody else feel
quite often,
anybody else get really bored, and then you just start to feel sick, and you're like, what the
I
heck?
need to constantly be doing something.
Yeah.
My parents get so mad because I'm always doing something. I'll run 6 miles just because I have nothing to do.
I'll do the dishes. My mom's like, are you feeling okay today? I'm like, nope, not really.
I'll just start cleaning stuff when it doesn't have to be clean.
Yep.
Because I'm bored. It's
Like,
I can't.
Windex cleaning the TV.
Yeah.
My mom
Doesn't need to
gets
be clean.
real freaked out because I'll get bored, and then 20 minutes later the entire living room's clean, and then I'm on to the kitchen and
In the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yes. Stuff you'd never do at home, whatever. Like, yeah.
stuff we wouldn't normally do.
So my question is, I was wondering, I know that you've conducted presentations regionally, and I was wondering if you were wanting to take this into adulthood, if you wanted to maybe write a book, maybe pair up with other people and try to make this program even bigger than what it already is right now.
Yeah, definitely. I'm always going to have a backfall. I've decided that I'm still going to finish high school, get a diploma, go into college, do college for a couple years, maybe master in this and minor in this, and then years after that, go back to online schooling and get a master's in this and child psychology, and try to have a backfall in case the program doesn't end up where I want it, or it just kind of fades off, because that kind of happens sometimes. You can build something up for so long and then it fades, and things like that happen. So I want to have something to fall back on, but I feel like this program is so strong right now, and it's going to continue to keep going and just building blocks. I mean, I started at nothing, and now I'm on to TV interviews and radio show interviews, and I want to write a book, definitely. I want to write a book about my life and all of the things I've gone through and all of the people that I've met, and let the world know that this is where I'm coming from, and this is my past, and this is my future, and this is where I want to be, and this is where I'm going to end up, and I want to take you all on the journey with me. And I posted that on Facebook and Instagram, and I just want family, friends, anyone that I've walked in paths with to take this crazy journey with me, because it is a crazy journey, and I never thought that half of what I've gone through so far would have ever happened. And I've been invited to so many events, and I know in 6th grade I saw a presentation done by Mark Merrow, and you guys are both familiar with him. And March of this year, March 30th to be exact, I went to his presentation at a church, and I got to go in before the presentation and meet him and pray with him before his presentation. And then afterwards I waited in line for 2.5 hours just to meet him and be able to talk to him and get a picture with him. And he is such a laid-back guy, and such this cool, motivational person, and someone that really can move you just by saying hello. And that's a point. That's where I want to be. I want to say hello to someone and make their day that much better. Because there are people out there, and I know it, that never get anyone to say hello to them, whether it be, I mean, sometimes mom will say hi and, good morning, or dad will say hello or good morning, but that's not always good enough. And they come to school and they fight just to be happy at school because they don't have those friends or that basis. And I've noticed that this year I've befriended a lot of people, and I don't want to lose them at all.
I definitely think that what you're doing is remarkable. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of dedication, and I know that you have to pour all of your energy, just all of your time and emotions into it. And I just think it's great what you're doing, and I just think that you have inspired a lot of people. And by you wanting to write a book, you want to show people that they aren't alone, and that everyone has their struggle, everyone has their faults, and you just have to be happy with who you are, and you just have to work through what those challenges are and embrace them. And I definitely think that what you're doing is a great and wonderful thing, and it's really touching a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, you are really inspirational, and so is Mark Merrill. My brother, he has sort of seizures, and he's constantly shaking to the point where he can't completely function, and a lot of times it hurts his head. And one of the things that do help him calm down a lot is your videos and Mark Merrill's videos. And he'll get on my phone, and whenever it goes missing, I know that he has it. And he'll be on there looking through my Instagram on your videos and just be watching them. And just to see him calm and relaxed and functioning normally, it means a lot. And it just knowing that it helps, and that he has something to hold on to, and that makes him calm and happy and normal. It means a lot to him too.
Well, that means a lot, knowing that something so easy and so simple as posting a picture or a video, or even something that I've typed on Facebook can help someone stay so calm and so in a position that they're not going to have stuff like that happen to them, and it just calms them right down and brings them to a state of normal again. And that motivates me to keep wanting to go, because knowing that there's people out there that need this and want this because they need it, more or less. It's just another surreal, heartbreaking thing that brings you to a point where you just have to keep going once you've started, and you can't stop no matter what. Well, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Issues Teens Face, and I think we covered a lot of great stuff, and I'm so glad that I have the support from the students in my journalism class, and there's so many more that support me. So if this has brought up any questions that you may have, please go to our website, issuesteensface.weebly.com, and you can leave your questions there. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you again hopefully next week with a new episode of Issues Teens Face.